Episode 24 of 84 Feet with Cady and Cap. Bit of a scenery change for me. I'm Brian Cady. You'll notice a couple things. One, yes, I'm in my secondary recording space of the apartment. Secondly, you'll notice no Cap. He's, as we're recording this on August 27th, he is enjoying some much deserved downtime on vacation. So, yeah, I decided I'd do a show without him because he was bugging me to do this for him. So whatever. No, it's all good. Anyways, there's definitely going to be some conversation about a topic with him when he gets back. I'm not sure if it's going to be the next show, but definitely sometime in the next few episodes. Cap and I are going to probably go hard in the paint discussing something that's come up between the two of us, as well as between myself and another Section 2 coach. Been some interesting dialogue regarding a certain rule that is not only being looked at the Section 2 level, but also at the state level. Um, just some wild and crazy stuff being discussed. And let's just say there was a lot of anger between myself and Cap. Not anger, frustration would be the better word, I think, when discussing this literally last night over text. And to the point where this, I guess, has been brought up to the New York State Assembly, but that's, again, we'll get into all the nitty gritty when he's back. Anyways, a pair of Bears coming on today. Um, and I just remembered that in my head, I had something for an intro. And I'm going to see if I can remember off the top of my head now. I'm going to see if I could do this from memory of a week ago. If you've been a frequent listener or watcher of the show, you'll know that once in a great while, I'll dig into my bag of being homegrown in Albany for 30 years and try to pretend I'm Mike Rohn from the Pat Beverly podcast and do a rapping intro for our guests. Let me see if I can remember this correctly. If I remember correctly, it was a no Coach Cap this week, but we got a couple of his Cubs, and all they know to do is how to get them dubs. Oh, man. I don't know. Something like that. That's how it was going to start. I forget the middle part. Whatever. They're juniors. They're from Albany Academy. And yeah, it is what it is. Maggie Zeyak and Alex Leonard. Girls, I'm sorry I forget what the rap was supposed to be, but whatever. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Doing good, doing good. First things first, is it weird being on the show without your head coach being on as well?
No,
A little.
not
It's
really.
a little.
Not really.
Don't worry, you can talk all the crap you want over the next hour. No, I'm kidding. But since we're on the topic, I guess I'll just bring him up first. Um, Now, Alex, you've obviously been around Coach a little longer than Maggie, but I want to get both your perspectives about, um, you know, being a part of the squad and what Cap has been able to
You
do
first.
for
You
you.
first.
Whoever doesn't matter.
You first.
Whoever, whoever wants to go first and jump that talking about their head coach, go for it.
Yeah, obviously I'm around Coach Cap a lot, AAU season and then school season, but it's really fun. Just being a part of the group. I think we're a really close knit group that yes, we're serious when we need to be, but also I think a big part of it is just having fun because we obviously are playing basketball sent from October to March for these past 2 years. So us being together every day, we kind of just need fun involved in that. So we're not really getting sick of each other because by the end of it, we do want to slit each other's throats. So yeah, Coach Cap, I love him dearly, and I respect him a lot, especially our coach as being our coach. So yeah.
Yeah, I 100% agree with Alex. I'm not always around him, but like the Times that I've been like here, I've been only here for maybe like a short period of time. Like I just got moved up like last year, mid-year, and it was like so like welcoming from everyone. I love Coach Cap. I love like everyone on the team, and like yeah, yeah.
I want to focus in on two things here. Number one, uh, after AAU with Elevate and dealing with him in season, I mean, why do you do that to yourself, Alex? Like between I question you and Liana and Morgan and Eva. Like, what's wrong with you guys? You just like you can't get enough, can you?
Yeah, feels like we can't get away, but it's fun. I like being around it, and especially with them for um I don't know, I feel like we're just so close that honestly like it's not even like I don't know, it's just almost like family at that point. So, especially having Eva, Liana, Morgan, yeah, I think they make it fun too. So,
So, uh, just to go over some basic background here. First off, Maggie, I knew. Uh, so before we got on the air, uh, inside baseball, there was a little group chat between the three of us trying to figure out like a day and time that would work. And one of the things that led to us landing on the day and time we did was you mentioning golf. And I didn't put one and one together because I knew you're also a lacrosse player. So you're a three sport monster of sorts.
Yeah,
At the
yes, I am.
so you basically allow yourself zero downtime at this point now.
Oh yeah. I love being busy. I can't be in the home like by myself. I have to always do something.
So since you were playing golf, did you play golf
Mhm.
last fall as well for Academy?
No, I did not. I did play at Columbia before I transferred though. I didn't play last year, but I'm playing again this year.
Okay. So did you get to know? I'm trying to remember. Kennedy, I think it was that played at Academy.
Yeah, she did play. She just graduated. I didn't get to really know her though because I didn't play last year, unfortunately, but I heard good things about her.
Okay. I mean, when you go and win states, I mean, I guess she's okay. No big deal. But so out of curiosity, what kind of position do you play when you're playing lacrosse? Are you more attack, defense, midfielder? What's usually best for you?
I'm a midfielder and I usually take the draws, so I'm running up and down the field and yeah, I'm kind of everywhere.
Oh, see, oh,
Yeah.
you're doing the draws. Oh man,
Yep.
that's
Mhm.
that is not an easy life being the person
Yeah.
that's doing the draws. Not at all.
Mhm.
That's like uh, that's almost being as crazy as standing in the net taking 90-mile-an-hour balls at your head. Um, Now, as far as golf, like, how's the golf game? Like, have you been working on it over the summer before the
Oh
start of the
yeah.
fall season?
I've been working on it all summer. I try to go out. I try to at least get 9 holes a couple times a week. I was just at the range actually yesterday, and I will be going tonight later.
Is there a certain course you prefer over any others around here?
I really like Colony Country Club. That's out in Borsville. That's actually our home course.
Yep,
It's very nice. I like the Roost, Wolf's Roost.
yep.
It's like 15 minutes away. It's like kind of in Colony. It's kind of in the middle. I love that course. And whenever I just don't have much time, I go to Pheasant Hollow, and it's like 10 minutes away from my house, not even, to get like a quick 9 in. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then Alex, I know we discussed briefly before starting up that you did play soccer, but you're not going to be playing it this fall. But remind us, what position did you play in soccer?
I got stuck in goal.
Oh, so you were it wasn't one of those things where you wanted it, it just kind of
No,
happened.
no. Well, me and one of my friends, she's in a grade below us, but me and her were the goalies of the team, but I found myself in goal way more often than I thought I was, so I kind of just took it as my position and went with it. So, yeah.
So, I mean, obviously you've had done amazing work on the hardwood over the last couple of years with Academy as well as with AAU. But as you were growing up and playing I'm assuming you played multiple sports growing up, Alex. When did you realize that you had a certain penchant for basketball and that was going to be really your main passion in your athletics career?
Um, so yeah, well, I've obviously been playing basketball since I was like 7, 8 years old. I was playing CYO, but I was also playing softball. I was doing gymnastics. So I think it was, honestly, I was like, I don't really know what grade it was. I think I was like 11, 10, 11, 12, and I quit gymnastics, which I was doing at the time, and I wasn't really as serious on basketball, but I was kind of just like, I'm just gonna stop doing everything, and I honestly just kept playing basketball. I was doing AAU, and then I was at Maple Hill, and then that was before I transferred to Academy, but yeah, I'd say 11, 12. I really don't remember like the grade,
Mhm.
but yeah.
Was there anything specific about the other sports that made you go away from it, or was it more so just you like basketball so much that you
Yeah.
were just decided to be all in about that?
Yeah, I obviously liked the other sports I played. I was actually on the like all-star team for softball. So I wasn't awful at softball, but I just felt myself drifting away from those sports and I found myself being more like happy playing basketball and I met more people through basketball and all the people that I grew up like being friends with and like met along the way. I've just also grown that love for basketball just being around them too. So, yeah.
Do you still have any kind of love or I don't know how I should put this, admiration for the sports you did play when you were younger? Like, do you still like like watching gymnastics or watching softball at all?
Not really. I honestly don't even really like, obviously, I watch college basketball like when it's like March Madness time during the winter seasons, but I don't really watch any other sports, so I just kind of watch basketball. I find myself sitting down on the couch and like watching basketball more than anything, so
Now, Maggie, obviously, we just went through the craziness that is playing three sports as a student athlete.
Yeah.
So in the rare moments you actually have time to yourself, aside from studies and worked on your chipping game and your mid range jumpers and your face offs. Aside from all that, when you do have 2 minutes of free time, do you find yourself preferring to watch one of those sports more than the other, or is it something totally outside the box that you don't even play?
I prefer to watch basketball if I do have free time. Exactly what Alex said, like March Madness and all that kind of stuff. I love watching, especially Caitlin Clark and Paige Buckers and like all of them play. I don't know if that's how you say her last name, but yeah, I love watching them play in my free time. Um, I don't really watch lacrosse really at all. I don't really watch golf either. But sometimes it's on the TV. I'll sit down and watch whatever's on. Usually, I've been watching golf though, actually, surprisingly.
Listen, some people say golf can be a hard watch when Tiger's not playing. I say you either like it or you don't like it. Like, get
Yeah.
over yourself. Um, Speaking of Caitlin Clark, she was in the area back in March.
Mhm.
Did either of you get a chance to go to MVP Arena and check out the
Yep.
games?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, who are you rooting for more? Were you rooting for Angel Reese at LSU, or excuse me, not Angel Reese at LSU? Were you rooting for well, yeah, LSU? Were you rooting for them, or were you rooting for Caitlin Clark in Iowa?
Iowa, 100%. I like watching Iowa, especially last season. It was so fun to watch, especially all like the records that she broke. Like it was just like fun to witness like history. Like that's like really like not really gonna happen ever again. It's like soon. So yeah, I liked, and I actually went to that matchup game, but that was really cool. So yeah, I found myself rooting for Iowa in most of it.
I was rooting for LSU actually, the opposite, and then they lost. I know. I love Caitlin Clark as a player, but I loved watching like Haley like being like an amazing point guard and passing it to like Angel Reese. I just liked how like they were all connecting together and just like looking for each other. But I yeah, I just like their chemistry and everything.
And don't forget Flau'jae Johnson.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she's a
she's
big
She's
good.
part. She's
she's
a
put
big part of that.
she's putting in work, and she's also like
A
the
rapper.
daughter. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
she's a
daughter of her.
rapper.
She's a rapper who's the daughter of a rapper. So
Yeah,
it's like,
it's crazy.
yeah, like
I don't really listen to her music, but
I wish I had 1% of that talent, but whatever. You saw how poorly I rap already, so it's okay. I can't remember a rap I came up with a week ago, so it's horrible. Um, but I think so. Also, I think South Carolina was at the
Mhm.
MVP arena as well. Did any of you did you get to catch any of those games with Cardozo and Coach
yeah,
Staley
Yep.
at all?
yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the Carolina. I think it was Oregon State. I think it was.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah,
What they did,
yeah.
yeah.
I watched that game. Yeah, I liked it. I just something like I like South Carolina and like their like winning like mentality, but like also like I don't know. I don't really I like them, but like I don't like them at the same time. I don't know.
That it was fun to watch them. I really liked the team. I actually saw Cordosa or whatever her name is at Chicago. I took a photo with her. That was actually kind of cool. She's really tall. She's like
Just like
6'8".
6'5". Yeah,
Yeah,
something
no,
crazy.
she's like she towered over me. She was like double the size of me. And I'm like, what the heck is happening?
And now she's
Yeah.
teaming with Angel Reese. Like, if you're a WNBA player and you're trying to play in the
Mhm.
paint, good luck trying to get anything against Chicago in the next
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
Now, Maggie, I want to get back to you specifically for a hot second because I keep honing
Mhm.
in on this whole three sport thing, but you are a junior.
Yeah.
And obviously, as you get, especially once you get into, doing SATs or whatever it may be down the
Mhm.
road, college is going to be something you're going to be considering. Are you looking to potentially play a sport while in college or multiple sports? And if so, have you thought about which one or which ones you wanted to hone in on at all?
I'm really specifically looking on playing basketball in college, but my dad has always told me because I'm like very natural at lacrosse and I'm like actually pretty good at it. And because I don't really try a lot, he was like, you should really play lacrosse and basketball at the same time. Like in college, I'm like, I don't know, that's like a lot at like once. Like, I don't know if I could do that. But I'm really mostly just looking at like basketball and hopefully I'll be able to play in college.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you go, how should I put this? Especially if you go anywhere higher than D3, that's going to be a. I'm
Hmm.
not trying to shoot down anything your parents say, but if you end up going to a school that's like D2 or D1, that's a crazy commitment you'd be trying to pull off there. So,
Hmm. Yeah.
um, again, not trying to discredit anything your family says. I'm just putting it out there as somebody who's witnessed college athletes at different levels over the
Mhm.
years. Um, I want to focus in quickly on AAU stuff for a moment here because I'll stick with Maggie for this to start off because you've been playing with you played with the Capitals over the last few
Yep.
months,
Yeah.
and it's a heck of a squad between
Mhm.
yourself, Peyton Hoblock, Gabriella DeBacco, who just won the Class A state
Yes.
title over
Yeah.
this past March, and then also Sarah Rainville from your prior school at Columbia.
Mhm.
I mean, it's just one of those things
It's
where
crazy.
for did you ever find yourself at almost being just kind of like, all right, just here, I'll kind of watch, like, do your thing, like like especially Peyton because she's only what, she just finished her sophomore year
No.
or
Oh yeah,
freshman
yeah,
year,
yeah. She's in our grade. Yeah,
right?
she's gonna be a junior.
Like like okay, cool, nice
Yeah.
one. Like it's
Yeah.
just one of those things where you just kind of gotta step back and be like, all right, yeah, y'all know what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Yeah. It's definitely our team. Like we have like just everyone's really good at their own thing. Like there's Peyton, she's like a monster in the paint. There's Sarah, she's amazing at driving. There's Gabriella, she's really good at like handling the ball and stuff like that. But the one key thing for me is my defense, and I try to like outdo everyone with my defense. I pressure full court. I like steal the ball. I try to like pass the ball and everything. I'm more of like an assist maker. I'm not the type of player that like focuses on scoring unless if I'm like wide open, but I look for like Peyton in the paint and I just like focus on my defense because that's what I'm like mostly good at. Like I'm strong at that. and none of the like everyone else is really good at defense. Everything is just like I just think like I just like value it more than the others. That's
And
where I stand out in that.
and the dynamic that I always loved throughout the season at Catholic Central, and obviously you got to see up close on Capitals, was the one between Coach DeBacco and her daughter. Being player coach. I always find it interesting anytime a parent is coaching their son or daughter. It's just always a dynamic I like to witness. What, as somebody who got to see it up close and personal during AAU, what did you make of their dynamic on and off the court? As far as was there any real difference between the way they were with each other? Or did it seem like just one continuous love fest between the two of them?
Definitely there was a difference on and off the court. When they're off the court, they like love each other. They do get mad at each other, but like when like they're on the coach I mean on the court, they do scream at each other, but like Coach Sabako, she screams at all of us honestly, to be fair. But she definitely yells at Ella the most. They always fight on the court. There's some like arguments that happen, stuff like that, but really it's all love. Like they love each other at the end. They're like after the game, it just like they forget about it on the court. It's nothing really big.
And then Alex, obviously, I already alluded to earlier the fact that you're psychotic and can't get away from Cap. So you played for Elevate. But it was a team that was kind of like 50-50 coached from what I witnessed. It was like half coached by Cap, half coached by Coach Bedoin out of Tamarack. What were your thoughts about the way things played out, just in general, being with the program and the way things played out? You thought overall the from like you guys started, I think like March or April, all the way up through July, you guys played.
Yeah, I was really excited going into AAU season. Um, Obviously a bunch of them I've never played with. I never played with Emily Kent. I never played with like Kayla, like at an AAU level or even school. But no, I really liked our team. I think we were really close at some points. But yeah, it was almost like I mean most of our team was from academy, so I was coming off of school playing with Eva, Liana, Morgan, Kira, like all of us were playing together, and then we were playing with them. But no, it was fun playing with everyone.
And what obviously Kayla Bedoin was also on the team. Her father Ron coaching. What were your thoughts about being able to play with Kayla and how she? I know usually I think the rotation. I mean, it obviously changed from game to game, but I think the rotation usually was uh, you, Liana, Morgan, and usually Eva, I think, as part of one rotation, then Kayla was in the other rotation. But all in all, what was the feel you got out of playing with Kayla on the floor?
I liked playing with Kayla. Me and her, like 99.99% positive. We used to play together at like Tay Fisher camps, and like
Okay.
we played together there. So, yeah, it was really fun playing with her and basically everyone. Yeah, I liked playing with Kayla.
As a Sienna guy, it does my heart well when you say the name Tate Fisher. So thank you for that. That's like uh, that's from yeah. You guys weren't even born yet, so I'm not even gonna go that far back. Um, anyways, now obviously with all the time you spent playing AAU this summer, opened up a lot of doors for you, Alex. Um, whether it be playing in Chicago, playing at Spooky Nook, or wherever it may be, and you actually already landed a college offer from the University of New Hampshire. So congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
What
Thank you.
was the process like? What were the conversations like with coaches that you saw, even beyond UNH? Any other coaches you might have spoken to over the course of AAU season that uh, made you realize that all right, the work it's paying off. Now I just got to keep chugging along and just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, I've talked to like a couple schools, but yeah, I felt like a really like close connection with New Hampshire. Their coaching staff was really nice, and I was just kind of looking for obviously every college in like women's basketball like has like the family like mentality. Everyone's really close, so Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's stressful. It's a different kind of like conversation that you have to have. It's kind of setting up your life. So, no, I mean, I don't really like, I don't know, it's stressful, but at the same time, it's fun. So, yeah.
So obviously, the two of you had different experiences from different places when it came to COVID, and that I know with, with you, Alex, you were at Maple Hill, and then when you transferred, um, you actually played through the pandemic while at Maple Hill as a seventh grader, and then you transferred in and had, like I mentioned, when we had a discussion before, you had to sit out your eighth grade year because of the transfer when you got to academy. But going back to that COVID year, what was that like? Trying to play basketball. I'm assuming based on the regulations I knew at the time, you probably were wearing masks on the court, or at least it was encouraged to wear masks while you're on the court. What was that experience like trying to play games during that time period?
Um, it honestly sucked. I did not like it at all. It wasn't even like the full like experience of basketball. Like you couldn't even like go near anyone. Like you were just kind of like in your own like space, especially on the bench. They had everything like spread out. But especially in that time, like a couple years prior, like when I was in fifth, sixth grade, like basketball at Maple Hill was it was almost like it's really close. Like we all would go watch the boys play because they, were really good. I mean, they are still good, but it was almost really close. And then COVID happened, and it was kind of just like no one could come watch our games. Like it almost like was pulled apart. So it honestly was not fun at all, and I honestly didn't like it at all. So.
And then Maggie, on your end, you were still in the East Greenbush School District, I assume, at the time.
Yes, I
Um,
was.
what was it like for you playing sports just in general at that time? And I mean, obviously lacrosse is different because you're outdoors, so I'm assuming there was no real masking restrictions at that point. But if you were playing basketball, would you say your experience was similar to Alex's at that point?
Yeah, it definitely was. It was really hard with masks. Like the mask kept falling down your face too. You'd have to put it back up, especially with practices and everything. And actually, we did have to wear masks in lacrosse. It was really dreadful. It was really bad. Like it would just fall down my face and having to wear goggles and stuff. It was really bad. It was not a great experience whatsoever.
And I'm trying to think. In girls lacrosse, do you don't have any helmets, correct?
No, we don't. We just wear goggles, mouth guard, and yeah, that's it. That's all the protection.
They made you wear masks playing an outdoor sport.
Yep.
I'm not going to get into the science of it. I'm not. But lacrosse is obviously like the way I explain it to people who don't really watch it. It's like a weird hybrid of kind of like soccer and hockey. Like think of
Yeah.
hockey but running outdoors, basically.
Yeah. Basically.
Uh, like so, it's a high cardio sport.
Mhm.
The masks there's no way that could ever have been beneficial whatsoever.
I know.
Like
It's horrible.
trying to run around like that all the time.
It was so bad, and it just like half the time people weren't even really wearing it. It would just be like below our noses. It was just no reason. It wasn't reasonable at all.
Listen, I remember seeing a few basketball players just throwing them like mid play, just taking the mask and throwing it on the sidelines. So I can only imagine how the lacrosse players
Yeah.
were feeling. Did you ever do that, Alex, where you just threw the mask and said, "Screw this stuff, I'm benching the play"?
Probably got yelled at, but
No, no, silly, no. You doing something that would make somebody yell at you? No, no. I'm half kidding. Now, Maggie, do you happen to have any siblings at all, or are you the lone bird in the nest?
No, I do. I have a sister, older sister. We're 8 years apart. Her name's Emily Zeyak. She played for Columbia. She stayed the whole entire time. She didn't transfer or anything. She stayed at Columbia.
Oh, so you guys are spaced apart.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, you know, you didn't really have to worry about like uh, having any kind of real rivalry per se, or any kind of.
Yeah. We still argued a lot and stuff like that, but we loved each other. I kind of liked how we were like 8 years apart. Kind of look like twins. We call each other like twins, but like 8 years apart, which is kind of funny. Everyone thinks that we look the same, but we don't see it. But yeah.
Now, the reason I ask that is because I have to address the young lady next to you. I have to bring up the Alex and Madison relationship just because I wouldn't be doing my job on this show if I didn't bring up the Alex and Madison Leonard dynamic. Y'all are sisters. I would hope y'all love each other, but what is the experience? Because I feel like now obviously you're on two different AAU teams, but you're within the same program and Elevate. But do you ever feel like you just can't get away?
No.
It seems like
Yeah.
anywhere you are, like, and I don't mean this in a negative way. I'm just curious. Like, is there ever a moment where you're kind of like, can I get a timeout here or something?
Yeah, school practices are awful. We're not allowed to be on the same team. We get, even if we are on the same team, we're still like guarding each other because it's just like matchups that way. Because it's usually like Maggie and Liana, and like if Morgan and I are on the same team, it's like Morgan guards Eva or whatever. So it always ends up either we're guarding each other or we're on the same team, and it's just like it's screaming fights like every single day at practice. It was like a good day at practice if we had less than 3 arguments. But no, it's fun playing with her, and I like playing with her. But at the same time, it's like sometimes I just want to like punch her in the face.
I mean, your sisters who are a year apart. I mean, that seems pretty natural, honestly. Um, has it always been this like this between the two of you, or is this just something where like as y'all got older and got better, like the competitiveness kind of rose with it?
Yeah, honestly, I think that we don't really argue. Like we still argue like every day, but it's not as bad as like it like was in like past years. Like before, like we were just like chasing each other around the house, like ready to like basically like kill one another. And now it's honestly she just doesn't like it's the same way. It's we just don't have like the energy anymore to just like chase each other. It's just like a screaming argument, and then like 2 minutes later we're like, okay, like let's go do this together. Like let's just like not argue anymore. It's just like a waste of time. But yeah.
As someone who has met your parents, Alex, I feel so bad for them having to deal with the two. Um, no, they're great. But is there ever? I mean, obviously the dynamic's a little different. At least it was this season because, um, you're out there a lot. And is there? How do you feel about her game and where she's going to be? Because I keep hearing like in the background like she's coming, like Madison's coming. Where do you feel her game is at as far as where she's going to fit into things, at least for this coming season, starting in November, December?
Yeah, I don't think she's as serious as I am, but she still loves being a part of the team, and like she loves cheering us on. She always used to tell me like she was like oh she was always like cheering for me on the sidelines. So no, I think she's gonna be good. I think she's gonna like be a really good asset for us this year. Um Obviously sad that we lost Bella, but no, I think just with her being we have a lot of younger players that are coming up. So no, I think she's going to help us a lot this year.
Um, you started bringing up former teammates with Bella, so I'll just get into that now. Um, Let me go to Maggie first, real quick, though, because I want to touch on. Obviously, you played with Sarah Rainville again during AAU, so you only really half missed her, honestly. But aside from that, two specific players that you're no longer with, that are actually a year ahead of you at Columbia. our upcoming seniors, Kendall Weemet and Olivia Landy. I feel like two talents that deserve so much more credit than they get
Mhm.
around here, but it just feels like, and I'm gonna try to say this as nicely shaming, without shaming things the way I did before we started this show. I feel like they kind of get underutilized at times with the way things are in the system at Columbia. Um, what you got to see them up close and personal, obviously. What are your thoughts about Kendall and Olivia, and what they offer on the court?
They're definitely 100% like underrated. Like Kendall, we both played on the same AU team. She was just a year older. Like I practiced with her every single time, like 3 times a week. She's an amazing shooter. She could be a point guard also if needed. She has great ball handling skills. She's super underrated for what she does. And then Olivia Landy, when I was there at Columbia, she made a lot of plays, and she was just strong. She would just one dribble, pull up, literally all day, every single time. She would drive hard into like the hoop. She was just amazing. She would rebound. She was like a playmaker. She was like at everything. And they're both really underrated, which they deserve a lot more attention, honestly.
And then obviously coming to this past season, you had two seniors on the squad at Academy in Bella Vincent and Mariana Bischoff. Um, I have no idea why you're laughing. I'm gonna take a wild guess. I know what it is, but um,
Oh, I love Mario.
that's exactly who I thought the laugh was about. Okay, good.
I love
Um,
Mariana.
just whoever wants to chime in first, go ahead, and then the other one can. I'll just talk a little
Yeah.
bit about obviously Bella, 1,000 point scorer, back-to-back sectional titles with the team before taking off. Um, and Mariana, just talk about both of those girls and what they brought, not just on the court, but also behind the scenes as well. Maybe it's something, some things that maybe people wouldn't usually see just by watching the games.
Yeah, well, I'll just say this for in the classroom, both of them are extremely smart. Bella is I don't think I've met someone that's like she is so smart, but even Mariana, they both do so much like outside of just like going to classes. They're on like Mariana was obviously on the robotics team, so that takes a lot of smartness to do. I could never do that, so kudos to her for doing that. And Bella, she just took like the hardest classes I felt possible. I know our freshman year when she was a junior, she was in extra help every day.
Yeah, she'd be late to practice.
Like every day she was with our physics teacher, like doing extra work, getting extra time with him to get her grades to where they needed to be. So no, both of them are really smart and they honestly handled both very well. So yeah.
Now on the sports side for both of them, Bella, me personally, I've known her for like ever. I've known for years. I used to work out with her actually with my trainer. She was just amazing on the court. She was kind of like she was like a playmaker. She was like kind of everywhere. She would drive hard to the hoop. She could shoot two, threes all around. She was everywhere. Mariana, helped out she helped a lot, honestly. In practice she helped a lot. She made us like where we are today. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say.
And as far as the list of, I think, underrated talent, we
Yeah.
mentioned Kendall and Olivia. I'd add Bella to that list, by the way,
Uh-huh.
as far as
She's
like
super underrated.
somebody who didn't get nearly enough love that she deserved,
Yeah.
and that's why this podcast is invented. All right, Alex, I want to take a trip down memory lane for a hot second to the 22-23 season. Um, Obviously, it's your first season with the squad as a freshman, and for me, it was one of those things where I heard about Albany Academy being on the come up. When y'all made your run, won sectionals, and got to states, like, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of threw me for a bit of a loop. Even though obviously I got to see the talent you guys had in sectionals, announcing those games, and that was kind of like the wake up call for me. Like, oh, all right, okay, I get it. Now I see what the talk's been about. Um, that season, um, what was it about that squad that made that team do what it ended up doing and getting the states? Um, yeah, like talk about that squad real quick.
Yeah, I don't think I've met a group of girls that loved each other and wanted it for each other more than us. We were so close. We still talk, like all of us still talk,
Yeah.
like to this day. We have like when they're home, when Aaron and Sage are home, even Stilly. We're all always texting like when are we like gonna get in the gym together. So no, it was something about like we just wanted to win, especially for it being like the first time in a long time for like school, like history. Like we just wanted to make ourselves known that like just because we're a small private school, like we are still like we can still like do this basically. So we just wanted it for each other. We wanted it for the seniors. Like every year we want it for the seniors obviously, but something about like that our like group, we like just loved each other so much. We still do love each other. So no, yeah, we just wanted to win so bad.
And as far as that season, I have to say a couple things. One, Sage Randolph, she again, I had not seen any of you ladies play until sectionals. But I was so impressed by Sage. Like in that short period of time for me of like 3 weeks, she was one of the best all around players I saw that entire season at any classification, honestly.
Mhm.
But then the person that really stuck out for me, and it was a mix of defense and her attitude, her swag. Stiliana Montzoris, one of my favorite
Yes.
names to say in of all time. Um, she just got. It's like the easiest comparison I can make. It was like Jordan Johnson from Albany High, minus all the dyeing of the hair. Stilly was just another level to me of like I mentioned, like swag is the only way to explain it. Like, was there ever a point where anybody had to try to reel that in a little bit for her, or was it just like, Stilly, you do you. We're not even gonna
No,
try to
yeah,
stop that.
100%. We just let her do her thing. It was like, she just, but like the energy that she has, like, just makes everyone like around her like want to be like happy. Like, you never really see Silly with a bad day. Like, it's always like energy, energy, energy. So, no, she definitely brought a lot of energy to our team as well. But no, we would just let her do her. There was really no like reeling it in.
Now, as far as this past season, I believe we already touched on briefly how Maggie you run JV for the first few games of the season, then got called into action um, on varsity right around the holiday break, right before the Averill Park holiday tournament you guys played in out at Averill Park. Um, this question goes for both of you. Was there a certain moment during the season where you realized, all right, this like this we could go places like this. I mean, for Alex, it'd be kind of like same song, second verse because you were at states the year before. But for Maggie, like, was it one of those things where you got called in to play and you were like, all right, yeah, like this squad, like we're special. We're gonna be going places this year.
Well, ever since when I was like stuck in transfer rule, I would come to their practices and I would still come to practice like right after the JV ones. And I literally saw something like literally just at that moment, like before I even got pulled up. I knew that we could go to like states. I knew we had potential. Like there was just like something between like all of us. We just connect really well together that like if we put like our effort into something, we could get there easily.
And then Alex, I mean, obviously for you, it had to be one of those things like I mentioned, same song, second verse. You were at states the year before. I mean, yeah, you lost Sage and Stilly and Aaron Hubin, but at the same time, it was like y'all still had a ton of talent left over, especially
Mm.
at your grade level with Morgan and Liana, so, as well as yourself. So it was just one of those things where when you guys walked into the gym to start practices for the season, like you guys had the idea of getting back there. Or was it something that kind of came as the season went on?
Um, So obviously losing Sage and Aaron and Silly were like a big part, but I think a lot of it came from the younger people, well, now not anymore, but really having to step up and kind of fill shoes. Um, between myself, Eva, Morgan, basically all of us. And no, we at the beginning of the season we kind of have like a, it's not like physically there, but we have like a list like of things that we want to accomplish and just like checking it off one at a time, like winning like section 2, like going to regionals, like things like that, things that make it like worth wanting. So I think that also really helped, but no, I knew that we could be just as good if not better, just of having the people of how we play together, and it obviously showed this year.
So I want to fast forward to regionals for a hot second, because Cap does nothing but constantly bring this up and complain. The bus ride to and from
Oh
Potsdam.
my god.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
And we were on the bus with our parents.
Oh,
He swears that from now on he might try to charter a private jet to get to Potsdam anytime you guys have to go there anymore.
that'd be awesome.
No, that bus
I
ride.
think he's joking, but on a serious note,
I
was
hope
it
so.
really that awful, or is Cap just exaggerating?
Don't want to say?
Well, for my experience, you can talk about your experience, but for my experience, well, on the way there, it wasn't so bad.
No.
But it was mostly on the way back because we were exhausted and tired. People were getting hurt. I was one of them. Morgan was one of them. She got hurt. I got hurt.
Please,
It
half the
was just-
team was hurt by the time they got to state
Oh,
semis.
yeah.
Morgan VN could barely walk, so
Oh,
No.
yeah, it was really bad. But we just, like, on the way there, it wasn't horrible, but on the way back was brutal. Everyone was tired out. We were all laying down. We didn't even talk. We just wanted to be home. It was not great at all. It wasn't a good experience, but.
No, yeah, the ride there was fine. It was almost like, okay, we're going to play states now. And then after it was like it was over, we were just like, get me home. Like, we did not want to look at each other. We were screaming, well, not screaming, but we were arguing like on the bus ride home. Like, our parents had to listen to us. Like, they tried to put on a movie that didn't work. Like,
Oh my
we
God,
were just
screaming at them
we
to
were
shut
just
it off.
we were just so like exhausted, but at the same time we were like so happy. But we honestly just couldn't be in that bus any longer. We honestly just wanted to be home. It was bad.
So now we get to states at Hudson Valley.
Oh, this game makes me so mad.
I'm not even gonna bring up Utica Notre Dame yet. I just want to, because I want to set the scene for the whole weekend real quick. And Maggie obviously gave a great insight into that. One or two girls are sick. Morgan VN can barely walk. Liana was hurt. Alex, I know you were banged up. Maggie,
Eva
you
was.
just mentioned, like, was there anybody on the team that wasn't hurt or sick at some point entering that weekend?
No, we had a practice where there was 3 people that were practicing from our team. Like we had obviously me and Eva, her our foot, Morgan's knee, Morgan and her knees. I swear to God, she needs like new ones, but she's always banging up her knees. But no, Morgan between her knee, was it your foot?
My ankle.
Like
Yeah.
Bella's foot, like we were like on our last string. Like I didn't even know if we were gonna like make it.
Yeah.
Like we literally had a practice where there was we couldn't even do anything. We
even do
couldn't run
anything.
plays. We couldn't even like get up and down and play like 3-on-3. Like there was literally 3 people that were practicing.
Yeah.
So we just rested at that point.
Yeah.
Obviously you jumped ahead of me, but I mean, I'll bring up I'll bring up now, and let me tell you how awful I felt going into that game, that championship game. So Utica Notre Dame, they've actually come out to my neck of the woods in Amsterdam the last few years and played in the holiday showcase at Amsterdam High the last few years around Christmas. So I knew about the Trinkus sisters. I knew their head coach. Before your squad showed up that day, they were there 45 minutes beforehand. So I was just chilling with Coach Schneider and them, because so for me it was like, oh God, I like both coaches. I like both teams. This sucks. Obviously, I'm rooting for the local kid. I'm rooting for you guys, but I'm just saying, it was like, this sucks. Like, I don't want to call this game. Um, but I want to focus on one specific person, and I've already mentioned that she could barely walk. I don't think I've seen a kid, boy, girl, any level, any classification, that was more selfless about trying to push her team to the top of the mountain than I saw Morgan VN that night. She literally, at points, like I think at one point she even got helped off the court during like the second quarter
Mhm.
before the halftime. And
Mhm.
I'm like, Jerry, there's no way your daughter is playing the second half. Um,
Poor second too.
what like where did that come? Like, where did that come from? Like, I know Morgan is crazy and a beast, and I get that, but like, to go from barely walking to giving as many minutes as possible while getting some rest throughout the rest of that second half, it's like, did any of you call around on her craziness at all?
I was there was a time I'm pretty sure someone was shooting a free throw, and I was on like the other side of half court with Morgan, and I was like, Morgan, like I don't know what you're doing. Like you need to sub. She's like, I'm fine, I'm fine. Like the amount of times, especially playing with Morgan for so many years now, the amount of times that she just, I swear to God, she just like even if she like, I don't think anyone could have known like from like another team that she was hurt, because she honestly doesn't even make it look like she is. She like puts everything out. She couldn't care less if she's hurt, she's throwing up, her head, her fingers dislocated, like anything. I swear Morgan puts everything she has out there, and especially in like a state game like that. I think there was no attitude of giving up. Like she just wanted to just put it all out there. Like last game, win or lose, like you're both going home basically. So like she just wanted it. She wanted it for everyone. She wanted it for our team so bad. So we honestly like without her, like she just is almost like the glue to our team. Like she keeps all of us together at like the lowest points that we are.
Maggie, did you ever try to duct tape her around a chair on the bench to make sure she didn't go back in?
Oh, I tried a million times, honestly. Oh my god, literally, I've known her for a long time. I've been playing against her since Capital District times, and from that moment, like till now, she just never gives up. There's like something in her that's crazy. Like I don't know what like she eats or anything, but she just like has like when like there's something, she just wants it so bad, and she won't give up till she has it, which I find it like amazing to me.
Well, I know her trainer Rob Mills
Hmm.
is his mindset isn't that far off of what Morgan's is right now when he played at Sage. So he, I kind of get it. They both ride in the same car together, attitude wise. But Alex, just simple yes or no, because I saw certain things from clips during AAU season, and I talk to Cap basically every day. Um, should people be scared of the Morgan VN that's going to be coming in junior year?
Yeah.
Good. I want to make sure you confirm that because y'all think you know. Y'all don't know a damn thing about Morgan VN yet because she's about to ball out junior year. But that's my opinion.
Definitely.
Um. All right. So, Alex, you said you didn't want to talk about it. Now I'm gonna get more specific on it. I'll I'll I'll, I'll ask this general question if you want to get into details about the game itself. But the reason you don't want to talk about it is because that you believe if you guys were not as banged up as you were, you would have won that game.
No, I honestly think, well, I can say from a me standpoint, I don't know about anyone else, but I think the reason I was most upset was because I didn't contribute to my team at all. Like I know like points or whatever, like defense or rebounds, like assists, whatever, but um for me, I that was the worst performance, like all around performance I ever had. Whether it was like points beside that was my least scoring point of the game or whatever. But for me, like, I just felt so, like, I felt useless. Like, after the game, like, I was just, like, even when the buzzer went off, like, I just fell to the floor. And I just, like, started crying. I just felt like I didn't contribute to my team. Like, if I even scored or did another thing, like, 3 more times, like, I could have helped my team win. And it was, like, we were so close to the point where, like, I don't even know, like, my emotions were so scrambled in that moment. I was just so upset. Like, I just felt like I didn't do anything to help my team.
Okay. Real quick, I want to ask you about your coaches. Cap, I talk to Cap enough. I know what he's like. He's a goofy ass guy. Um, well, let's talk about the staff that you had this past season and the three coaches that were typically there: Coach VN, Coach Oregon, Coach Ozcam. Um, who I can pretty much figure out, I think, who the goofiest of the three is. It's probably Jackie, I'm guessing,
Yeah.
because she's still a child, even though she's like 30. But um, I'm kidding, Jackie. Love you. But like, I'll ask Maggie this first. Was there a specific coach that you found yourself gravitated towards more for like advice anytime you were going into the game or you just came out of the game? Was there a certain coach that typically was like sitting down with you and kind of going over the X's and O's of what was good, what was bad, what could be different?
I would have to say Coach Jackie. I just feel like I connect with her more, especially like working out with her because she is one of my trainers also, and I go to her for a couple of years now. But I always go to her first. Like before I get on the court, like I'm at the table, she's like, "Don't foul, don't do this, don't do that." And then when I come off the court, she's always the first person to tell me what I did good, what I did bad, and especially she's just like. Oh, I remember one game, after one of the games, I didn't play really good at all. We sat down before one of my practices and we just went over the things what I need to focus on. We went over some film on me and everything, and I just find that like I just feel like a connection with her is like way stronger than my two other coaches, and just like her having there is just amazing, and I just feel great. Yeah.
Alex, same question.
Uh, Coach Jerry, 100%. Um, I don't know. I feel like with him coaching our AAU team, uh, nine in the freshman year and just saw 2 summers ago. I don't know. He is really like someone that I go to, like, especially me and Morgan being so close, like on and off the court. We're always like hanging out with each other. Like I'm either at like Morgan's house sometimes. Like I don't know. I feel like I almost like feel like he's like my set like family family to me. Like he like tells me I'm like basically is like his second daughter. Like I'm just so close with him, and he knows like my game. Like when I go and work out with Morgan, he's obviously watching. Both of our dads are watching us, but um, no, I think he just understands how I play, and he's really coached me, especially this past year with all like the media stuff. Just helping me like say like what to say along with Angela Marathakis, but Jerry from like a coaching perspective of just kind of what to say, like my body language, my eye contact, like things like that, like little things that you don't think matter, but like at the end of the day they do. So I felt myself gravitating more towards him just with advice and things like that.
But tell Jerry to ease up on the home improvements. Like, relax.
Oh
my
my
God.
stories.
I don't know.
Baby
I don't need
stories.
to see a Facebook story of the same picture 3 times a day. Like, you can chill. It's all right.
His
We
roof,
get
yeah,
it.
I know. His roof.
Yes, yes. The damn roof. I think I've seen the word Tyvek so many times. I'm getting sick of it. Like, stop. We get it. You put a platform. You're putting siding up. Congratulations. Uh, but Maggie, back to you for a hot second. So you training with Jackie. So does that mean you've been doing any workouts with Ellie Surf from Bethlehem at all?
Oh my God, last year, yeah, not as much this summer this year, but last year definitely 100%. Me and Ellie, we aren't as close, but we would always work out with each other. We'd push each other. It's actually nice to work out with her because we're kind of like the same size. We're like at the same position and stuff like that. But yeah, I do work out with her.
That's my girl. Love her.
Yeah.
She's great. And somehow she's still got a D1 offer to go with, so very happy
Mhm.
for her. All right. I wrap up every interview with a series of questions that I call life's most important questions. But I have a bone to pick with Alex for a quick second. And Maggie, I'm sure this is going to make you laugh because I heard the whole team knows about this.
Boy.
Why do you have such an infatuation with Chipotle?
Oh my lord.
That's gonna be about the eyelash curler.
I honestly, I've neared away from my Chipotle. I got sick of it. I couldn't go there for like a month and a half because I was so disgusted by it because I had it. There was one day I think I had it like 5 days in a row. Like I like it's bad. It's really bad. But I don't know. I love Chipotle. Something
Five,
about it. I got
five
yelled
days
at all
in
the
wait,
time.
wait. Hold on. 5 days in a row.
Yeah.
Like one meal, I'm assuming, right? This isn't like multiple meals.
No. Like one day, one time every single day.
All right, so what's the go-to order?
A bowl with extra white rice, no beans, extra chicken. I just started getting queso. My friend got me on the queso, so I put it on the side. But the mild salsa, um, extra sour cream. It has to have extra sour cream, or else I will not eat it. Like it has to be drenched in sour cream, and then lettuce, light lettuce, and cheese with chips. It has to have chips too.
It's a very specific with the extras and the lights. Although, really, if you ask for extra, isn't it just going to be a regular scoop, anyways?
Yeah, that's why I like to my mom does it online, they charge you for it, but they still charge you in person, but you can kind of dictate how much they give you, so you're getting like what you're worth for like what you're paying. But online, they half the time they don't even give you extra, so that's why I go in person. So then I'm like, more please, so that I'm getting like my bang for my buck. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maggie, like, you're shaking.
Alex, bro. This is unreal.
So, is there anything you're as addicted to apparently as Alex is to
Wendy's.
Chipotle?
Actually Taco Bell.
Talk about polar opposites of the Mexican.
No, I like
Food
Taco Bell.
spectrum.
She loves Taco Bell too. We get Taco Bell together.
All right, taco. What's the go-to for Taco Bell then?
Oh, like,
Oh, mine is order 7, and it's the chicken quesadilla with a Baja Blast, and there's a taco on the side. And I have to have a handful of mild sauce. I can't eat it without the sauce.
Ha 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 ha! Blast. Okay, good job. That's a King of the Hill reference. If you don't know the show, I'm sorry. It's again, I'm old. Sorry. Um, chicken quesadilla.
we're getting 8 tacos.
Yeah, I know.
Ba-
She eats
basic.
like a party pack though, so.
Whoa. Well, see, I know how big a party pack is. You
Yeah.
She does.
soft
could eat-
tacos or hard tacos?
Hard shell tacos. I could eat I could sit down. Me and Morgan one time we had a sleepover and we ordered 2 party packs for ourselves and we ate both of them.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, Bella Haldeman and Leona were there, but they had like 3.
All
Me
right.
and Morgan had like both of them.
Okay, all right. For those of you who want to try to do the research on this and realize
Yeah,
how,
that's not good for you.
I mean, thank God you're athletes. If y'all want to know what a party pack is, go to Taco Bell's website or their app and look up.
They're good.
I can't do hard shell though. It just gets messy and all over the place. Like
No, hard shells though. I usually don't go for hard shell, but they're good.
Soft is better. It's easier
like
to hold.
I'll do the Doritos Locos tacos sometimes, but
Oh, that's what my sister
I
gets.
tried that.
the regular hard shells, I just I can't do it. Because at least with the Doritos Locos taco, they usually come in like the holder kind of thing. So even if you kind of make a mess, like it's gonna fall in there, and you can just like dip. Never mind. I'm getting way too scientific about this. All right. All right. Life's most important questions. Basically, I'm gonna give you a question, and you're just gonna give me the best answer that comes off the top of your head. We'll have Maggie do her answers first at each question, and then Alex can follow. All right, you guys ready?
Okay.
All right. First question. If I can get to it. There we go. When it comes to desserts and sweets, chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla, all the way. Yeah, I don't like chocolate.
Is
on.
it I don't like chocolate, or is it something like
One, I hate the mess of it. It gets all over your like mouth and everything, and I have a huge pet peeve of like just messy eaters and like messiness. I don't like
You're
it.
messy.
Okay, but like I don't like it. Like it's just gross. I don't like it. And it reminds me of like poop.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Bro, you're
Ladies
the
and gentlemen,
opposite.
we've reached the 1 hour, 5 minute mark of episode 24. We've had our first poop comment of in the show's history.
You did
All
not
right.
say that.
All right. No, it's all good. Don't worry. It's not a cuss word. It's just
You
poop.
literally
No
are
big
messy.
deal.
Not messy.
Alex, did you say chocolate or vanilla? I didn't even catch that.
No, I could go for both. It depends. Like for like cupcakes and stuff, I'd go vanilla. But like ice cream, I'd go chocolate. I don't know. I really don't have a choice. But
This
it
is-
depends.
This is totally outside the realm of the life's most important questions. Is there a go-to ice cream spot for either of you?
Stewart's. Oh,
Lickety
actually,
split.
Snowman and Troy.
Oh, that is true. Snowman's really
Oh,
good.
I've heard so many good things about Snowman and never gotten there yet.
It is.
Every single time my mom says no, I just ask my dad and he'll go with me because he can't say no to Snowman.
Allow no, a Stewart's chocolate milkshake goes hard in the paint, man. Like that's
But
pretty
Stewart's is up there.
Yeah.
I think you can't really say that Stewart's isn't good
Yeah.
if you've
It's
like
easiest to go to. Too,
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah. Especially like if it's like, you know, November and for whatever reason, even though it's cold out, you're in the need for a milkshake. You're like, bump this. I'm going to Stewart's. Like, don't worry.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, back on track here. Gatorade, Powerade, or other when it comes to energy drinks.
Am I going?
Yeah.
Well, for when it comes to sports and stuff, when I'm doing stuff, I usually prefer Gatorade or like electrolytes, like like those square bottles that are just
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
electrolytes. I would just drink those, especially for games. But if it's like just like a school day and stuff like that, I would drink like Celsius, especially in the morning.
Okay.
But
They're not good for you.
okay, well, I don't care.
Me, Gatorade or orange mango body armor.
Okay. I have
Like specifically the orange one. I can't drink any other
you're the
ones.
second one to bring up body armor on this show. All right, that's a growing. As far as but Gatorade though, favorite flavor.
Yellow.
Mine's yellow also.
I don't like blue. If anyone says like gives me
I
a
don't
blue,
like-
I'll throw it.
I don't like red.
What is now? Who just said they don't like red? Go. You're done. Get off the show.
No, you like how you.
What is it with yellow? Like almost every athlete that mentions Gatorade is mentioning yellow.
Yellow's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Same thing with honestly, an underrated one is grape. I'll drink a grape Gatorade.
I'll drink grape.
Some people say it tastes like medicine, but
Medicine.
it's good.
It's good. Yeah, I'll agree with you on
It's
that.
it's not that bad. I'm okay with grape. That's fine.
Or orange. Honestly,
Orange is good too. Oh my god, you're naming the flavors that I like also.
I don't like red though.
Yeah, I don't
All right. Best flavor of Starburst.
red,
Pink. Pink.
red.
Pink.
I think Caps is pink. If I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
or pink.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I'm indifferent. Whatever. Like okay.
Do you
like
like
yellow?
yellow?
Huh?
Do you like yellow?
It's probably my least favorite of the four,
Oh.
but like I'm not gonna
Oh, you're orange.
So
I'm
you're
not gonna-
orange.
I'm not gonna purposely like not eat the yellow if I have a pack of them or whatever.
Or another one is the all red pack for Starburst.
That's good.
I have seen those, yeah.
I'll eat every single color in that one.
They're good.
Well, they're all red, so I'd hope you eat every single.
Wait, but some of them are pink.
Yeah, some of them are pink. Like pink,
Oh.
dark red, normal red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was that an orangey red that I heard out of you? Okay.
Yeah, there's an orangey red.
It's just regular red.
Okay.
Okay. If either of you give there is an incorrect answer to the question I'm about to ask,
Oh boy.
in my mind. What goes in the bowl first, the cereal or the milk?
The cereal.
Cereal.
You hesitated, Alex. You scared me for a second there.
No cereal, 100%.
I would have went full cycle if either of you said milk. Just letting you know.
Yeah, that was
Um,
first.
all right. This has been causing some debate the last few episodes, so here we go. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No. And I love hot dogs, and I'll tell you that it's not.
It's not a sandwich.
I can eat. Hot dogs are so good.
Yeah, I know. You eat like 5 of them in one sitting.
Y'all are really exposing
They're
each
always
other
coming
here.
at me for my food every single time. I always like am getting come at for my food.
But I mean, between the Chipotle addiction, the Taco Bell party packs, now the hot dog. You just like food. What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. I mean, it's not like I mean, you're an athlete. You're staying in shape. Who cares? Whatever. You
Exactly.
want a treat? Have a treat.
Enjoy the hot dog.
All right.
I miss
Now-
Halloween.
Alex, I'm not sure if anybody in your household is listening to this last question, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Who is it? Who
It's
is
my
it?
dad. It's my dad.
Oh, tell Eric to go somewhere else. No, I'm kidding.
He's plugging his ears.
If you're on a deserted island for any reason, you can have 2 people to help you get off that island into safety. Who are you picking?
For my family?
Anyone.
Oh. Oh. I don't know. Someone like smart. Not. Actually, honestly, I pick my dad. He's pretty smart.
Okay.
Like when it comes to like how to like common sense stuff outside. I'm not really like a. Okay, my dad and. Who?
Your dog? I don't know.
No.
Did you say the dog?
Yeah.
It's not a person.
Who's like smart that I know?
He said from your family.
No.
No, it can
Wait,
be
did you-
anyone. It can be
Oh,
anyone. You
anyone?
want. Yes,
Oh,
anyone.
Crap.
My dad and
Dad.
I don't. Who's like
No one's smart around us.
I don't really know. I'm trying to think.
Wow, y'all complimented this girl for how smart she was, and you haven't even.
Morgan.
No, Bella and Mari.
No, but Morgan's smart too.
She
Okay.
is smart.
All right, so Morgan and your dad, final answers. Is somebody trying to? Is your dad trying to hint you towards somebody, or are you trying to think
No,
again?
I don't. He's. I don't know
No,
what.
he's scrubbing something.
I think. Dad, you're welcome that I said you.
What's that?
I said you.
Does he even know what
You're
the
welcome.
question was?
Yeah. Do you know what the
Okay.
question was, Dad?
No.
Deserted. Who if I was on a deserted island? I picked you.
Well, thanks. Because
All
I'm
right.
slower than you.
What?
And
All right.
we're a lion.
Okay, go, Meg.
Definitely my dad also, especially because he's like an engineer, so like he could probably build something.
Oh well, that's all right. That's lock,
Yeah.
stock, and barrel. That's one.
Yeah. I don't really know who else. Maybe my grandpa, because he could also build stuff. So like.
Oh wait, can I switch my answer?
From who?
No, I'm gonna take my chem teacher, Mr. Woodbin. He went to Harvard. He's like the smartest person I know. My dad and Mr. Woodbin. I picked them.
Okay.
I gotta go teacher route.
I would probably do my dad and grandpa still.
Okay.
You're telling Mr. Woodbin's like the smartest person
I've
I've
never
ever
met
met.
him though. I mean,
Alright.
yeah, duh, he went to Harvard.
All right. Well, shout out to the chem teacher, guys. I hated science in high
Hope
school,
he's
so I
watching
can't
this.
even say anything. I hated biology. I hated chemistry. I think the only science I liked was physics, but whatever.
Oh, we're taking
We're
physics
about to
this
say
year.
physics.
I'm a math guy, so physics was right up my alley. So.
I'm going the honors physics route. I'm kind of scared.
Oh, smarty pants over there. Good for you.
No.
First time.
I'm trying to
Like,
think
no,
if
don't do this.
I'm trying to think if I forgot anything that I wanted to bring up. Let me think of anything. Maggie, is there any secret addiction to not Chipotle, but like anything else that we should be aware of, or is it all just an Alex thing?
Wendy's, probably. I always go to Wendy's. It's 2 minutes away from my house. If we don't know what to get for dinner, Wendy's. Lunch, Wendy's. It's always Wendy's.
Let me guess. I'm guessing you're a biggie bag kind of girl.
Oh yeah, $5 biggie bag, deluxe burger. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right.
It's really good.
All
yeah.
right. Listen, They got some of the best chicken in the game.
Oh yeah,
Can't argue that.
100%. Fries are better than McDonald's fries, though.
that's true. Because they don't fall apart.
All right. Well, that's all I've got. I hope we did Coach Cap decent here. Um, obviously you know I've become a huge fan of the program the last few years. Otherwise, Cap wouldn't be my co-host. So that's kind of how things work out, I guess. Somehow he tolerates me and I tolerate him. So it's all good. I even borrowed those big ass speakers. Ooh, probably shouldn't have said ass, but whatever. Those big ass speakers that were
the gym?
in the gym.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
huge.
they're humongous and loud.
Yeah, I'm an idiot and borrowed them for a wedding reception I was a DJ for a few weeks ago.
Oh.
I thought my arms were gonna fall off by the end of the night.
Yeah, they're
Nope.
huge.
Yeah.
They're like 75 pound speakers.
Yeah.
Like y'all could have done deadlifts with them and had fun during like workouts or whatever. Like
Probably.
those things were
honestly.
not easy. But anyways, I appreciate you guys making time to be on the show. Yeah, I mean, I look forward obviously to what you guys have in store for the next 2 years to wrap up your time at Academy, and wish you all the best of luck. Maggie, good luck with the golf swing this fall.
Oh, thanks. I'll need
Yeah.
it.
Keep it down the middle, and yeah, obviously I'll probably see you guys around somewhere sometime.
Oh yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
I'm suddenly an Albany Academy Bears fan, so I can't help myself. But yeah, enjoy the last week or so of summer, and we'll catch up soon. All right?
Yeah, thank you
Thank
for having
you.
us.
No problem. Maggie Zeyak, Alex Leonard, about to start their junior years over at the Albany Academies. Yeah, that was great stuff. Great stuff. It's funny, some funny stuff. Loved it. Cap will be back next episode, but don't forget you can follow us on X at 84 Feet Podcast. Email address 84feetpodcast@gmail.com, or follow us on Facebook. Just search for 84 Feet with Cady and Cap. Yeah. And if you're on YouTube watching this, thank you very much. Hit the subscribe button, give us a like, put on the notification bell so you can know each and every time we have a new episode uploaded. And on Spotify, give us 5 stars, man. That's best I can ask for. Give us a good rating, follow the show on there, and yeah, that does it. I got nothing. That was great. For Alex, for Maggie, I'm Brian Cady. So long, and Cap, I miss you. I miss you, Cap.